Hello everyone, I am Pradeep. I would like to speak about the impact of coronavirus lockdown on our Indian economy and what measures should be taken to overcome the economic problems. Before going to that, I would like to thank the Agraja Coaching Academy for giving this wonderful opportunity to express our ideas to overcome the economic problems. Basically, coronavirus is a very deadly and dangerous virus and it originated in Wuhan of China and it has spread to more than 200 countries around the world. Unfortunately, it has entered India also, and thousands of cases have been observed in India. And the day by day, the situation is becoming very critical. To prevent the spread of this deadly coronavirus, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has announced a lockdown in India. And we all are fighting against coronavirus by following the lockdown, wearing the mask, maintaining the social distancing. And the one happy thing is, majority of the people are working from home, and the children are leading their life without the junk food. And the hospitals which were built in 10 years, they are built only in 10 days. And people can also live without vacation, and we can also lead a better life than America and Europe. WHO prizes India's impressive commitment to combat coronavirus. And we also made ICU wards in train. In future days, because of this isolation and lockdown, we can control the spread of the coronavirus. But we can't control the impact of this isolation and lockdown on our economy. Firstly, let us speak about the impact of this lockdown on our Indian economy. Basically, this lockdown will affect both the demand side and supply side. Demand side effects are aviation industry, tourism, transportation industry. New Delhi Airlines globally are set to a loss in passenger revenue of up to $113 billion. In supply side, the first round of economic impact on our Indian economy started in January. January was the month when the virus was spreading in China at a rapid speed. It brought about the first round of impact on India, where companies saw supply side disruption on owing to their over dependency on Chinese imports. Sectors like autos and pharmaceutical were impacted severely due to shortage of imported components. Mainly our pharmaceutical industries are dependent on China for some chemical to manufacture medicines, and many other industries are dependent on China. As we entered March, second round of economic impact started. As the virus began spreading in India, it paved way for a second round of effect. In this round, economic activity came to a complete halt due to lockdown. If we see the impact of this second round on share market, most of the investors 52 lakh crore worth of equity wiped off. Britain company named Barclays, they were trying to make a study and they told that the first 21 days of our lockdown, they estimated that the cumulative shutdown cost around US $120 billion. If we see the GDP, 4% of the GDP, it's about 9 lakh crore in India's currency, we face a loss. Third round of economic impact. The government must consider more measures to tackle the situation, and third round of economic impact affected in job losses, structured balance sheets, lower capital expenditure, weak consumer demand, etc. And it results in GDP also. GDP means the total number of goods and services produced in country. The three major sector contribution to GDP are private consumption, investment and external trade. Let us talk about the sectoral impacts. Most of the sectors have been affected by this lockdown. Textiles, that are textile, aviation industry, consumer retail, internet business, food, agriculture, metal, mining, MSMEs, oil, gas, pharmaceutical, telecom, power, etc. This lockdown is going to cause a huge loss to our economy, and the World Travel and Tourism Council WTTC estimates the crisis to cost the tourism sector at least US $22 billion. The travel sector shrinking by up to 25% in 2020, resulting in a loss of up to 25%, resulting in a loss of 50 million jobs. On account of COVID-19, the Indian tourism and hospitality industries is starting at a potential job loss around 38 million, which is around 70% of the workforce. And three types of business are going to there in the future, that are winner, loser and in-betweener. Winner industries are e-commerce marketplaces, entertainment, streaming and gaming, video conferencing, for example Skype, WebEx, Zoom. Non-cyclical business. Non-cyclical business are which doesn't have any cycle. They work on consumer essential products. They are toothpaste, shampoo, soap, grocery, cosmetics, alcohol, pharmaceutical business. Loser industries, that are airline, travel, investment bankers, economies and share market, tourism, oil, gas, retail, construction, mining, saloon, gift store, furniture, private equity, venture capitalist, and cement and concrete. In between the industries that are banking, education, healthcare, manufacturing. After the end of this coronavirus, everything will be depending on one question. Can you be a part of faster adoption of new technology and new process? After the end of this coronavirus, our country's growth is depending on two things that are faster adoption of new technology and new process. Now let us discuss about how to overcome the problems of our economy which are caused due to the coronavirus lockdown. Basically, economy depends on consumption. If the economy wants to run means mainly it depends on three things that are the first one is consumption and the second one is consumption and the third one is also consumption. And consumption comes from personal disposable income, that is personal income minus personal tax. It's equal to personal disposable income. If the personal disposable income of people increases in our country, then we will see the rapid growth in our economy. And the people will spend this income in two things that are either they will spend that to save or to consume. When the problems like coronavirus happens, people start to save the money. Basically, in this time, three curves can take place in our economy. First one is V curve. It means our entire economy and industries came down and quickly went up, and it's called as a V curve. But instead of V curve, U curve can also take place. It means our economy came down and remained down for some time. It may because marketing sentiments did not support. And the last one is the dangerous curve is L curve. It means our economy came down and it doesn't took any growth. Economy remained down. It took more time to hold the marketing sentiments. It's called as L curve. Let us discuss how to overcome the future economic problems. First one is UBI, Universal Basic Income. In America and Canada, they call it as a Universal Basic Income Guarantee. Bihari people, they will keep only 2 days income with them. They run informal economy. By DBT, direct bank transfer model, if we transfer some money to them, means we will get a massive change. Government have 52,000 crore cess fund. Without thinking, by DBT model, government has to transfer the money to poor people. By DBT model, if we transfer 52,000 crore to those construction workers, we can save them from informal economy. By doing this, we can save about 3.5 crore population from informal economy. And second point is about small scale industries. Grants and loans will help small business to grow. Now I am going to speak about the interest free loans. And one important thing is which everyone have to know, that is big corporates will not run the country. Always small businessmen will run the country. And my suggestion is pour your cash to those small businessmen, create new funnels for MSME, give them one-time interest-free loan. Business as a business grows, they will return it by EMI. Spain found solution for this. Spain allocated 100 billion euro as a loan guarantee. If you give 100 billion loan guarantee to bank, for this government need not to pay all the 100 billion. If 20% people can't pay back the loan, the government will pay that. However, by doing this, we can see the growth in our economy. Third point is waive off the electricity bill for commercial business. For commercial business, to run the industries and factories, they feel electricity bill as a too costly because commercial meter run fast and it become costly for them. If we help them in working saving capital, if we help them in saving working capital, then we can see the growth in our economy. Fourth point is multiply the involvement of private sector for speed and scale. In some places where there is scarcity of masks, doctors are reusing the mask between the patient. It's very simple. Alcohol manufacturer can manufacture our sanitizer and PVC manufacturer can manufacture protective gear. This will increase our speed and scale. Fifth point is very important for the growth of our economy. That is Make in India. I know that Make in India concept is only on our WhatsApp status and Instagram stories. Actually, we are not doing anything for that. Our youths should take initiative for this. Look at China. Whole world will use Google as a search engine. But still, China use Baidu. WhatsApp have about 1.75 billion users. But China tells us, you all use WhatsApp, we use our own WeChat. And to encourage the Chinese entrepreneur Jack Ma, they support Alibaba.com and they don't left the Amazon to enter China. But in India, except Indian products, we use all other foreign products. To overcome these all problems, we must use Indian products and we should improve manufacturing industries in India. Then only our economy will grow. Jai Hind.